Hi, it's Savion Baker here, and I'm just here to present my opinion on who I think the best speaker was so far that we've had. And I believe that is Kelvin Coleman, just based off the way he presented himself and the information that he provided and just the details in general. He really sparked my mind just by the things that he was saying. And it's kind of like he was relating on a personal note, also just on a note of our maturity level, and kind of he's not too old, so it's he understands what the young mind of us is thinking. But also another thing that stood out to me by him was just the way that he presented everything. He told us straight up what we need to do to get to the certain steps that we want to be, and how he got his opportunity. And he told us his background story, everything that he's been through, and just to follow the steps and just do your job and always keep hustling, and you'll be successful. And another thing that stood out to me was the insider that he gave about the broadcasting gigs that he did. And that really sparked my mind, because I didn't think personally there was that much going on between broadcasts, and there was so much work to be put in. For instance, the weight of the cameras, all the different angles, all the different cameras that they use, and all the editing that goes into it, and etc. and stuff like that. Another thing that stood out to me was just his backstory about everything that he was talking about, on how he was so set on to play a sport that he was in love with, and at some point he had to let it go, even though he was obviously in love with the sport, just due to the fact that he knew at the end of the day that there was going to be a wall at some point that he couldn't get past, and that if he didn't do anything or make a change, that he would be stuck there and wouldn't be doing anything with his life. Another point that stood out to me by him was the fact that he said that connections are a big part of business, which I kind of knew that a lot going into it, but just in general, just to reiterate that, and just to somebody that's been in a position, maybe not the same job I want to do, but kind of in the same aspect, just to be able to present that information and reiterate it, and just me hear it from somebody that's actually doing something like that keeping connections is a big thing, was really huge for me. And then just everything that he explained was on point, and he there was never a moment where it was dull, or I was dozing off or anything. He just really was spot on with everything. And every other speaker was good, but he caught my eye just by everything he presented and the things that he was saying. He pretty much said I had to, if it wasn't for baseball, I wouldn't be in the situation I am. And also that he had to realize I may love this sport and I may want to keep playing, but at the end of the day, is that going to be my future, or is that going to get me anywhere in the future? So yeah, those are the things that stood out to me, were just the way he presented himself, his background story, the career path he did, and just the connections that he's made. Because I said, connections to me were I knew that, but just for the reiteration of it all, that was really effective to me, because I just felt I just needed to hear it from somebody that had that was in the same shoes and stuff. And I really liked how he wasn't rude or anything. He was just kind of to the point about it, do what you need to do within side of academics and stuff to get your major, and just keep grinding, and eventually there'll be a spot for you in some way or some fashion somewhere. And eventually, if you just keep working hard, that you'll get what you want in life. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.